Hey everyone, here's a video commentary of my Abyss Floor 9, 9-star clear with Ningguang as main DPS. As usual, I like to take a look at the monster list to see what I'm up against. First chamber, Pyro Slime and a bunch of Electro Slimes for both halves. Second chamber, Electro Sison Mage, a bunch of Treasure Hoarders, and then followed by a Fatui mix on the second half. Third chamber, a Sonic and a Lava Troll, followed by 2 Rune Guards on the second half. Based on these mobs, I choose to put Ningguang on the first half. It doesn't matter too much on the first chamber since the mobs are the same. For the second chamber, the treasure hoarders are fairly scattered, and I don't have a Venti or Sucrose to do any mob gathering, hence using a ranged character will maximize the DPS uptime as opposed to chasing them around the stage with my Beidou. Lastly, the Sonic will roll around all over the place, Ningguang's projectile will home in on the target, so again maximizing DPS uptime. Zhongli was here just for my first day testing with him. Bennett was here for heals and support. Lastly, I can't recall why I picked up Barbara here. If I were to do this again, I would probably choose Amber for the Pyro Resonance and a little bit of tricks with the doll. And let's begin. Chamber 1 first half, I picked Elemental skill 20% here because it lasts the entire floor. We're going to see 5 slimes here initially. I target the Pyro one first, just out of habit. These ones do carry an aura later on, so you should be prioritizing them anyways. I got the Pyro Slime low, but I didn't finish it off because I know Zhongli was going to finish off with the AoE. For the most part, I will drop Jade Screen whenever 3 slimes are bunched up together. One suggestion to speed up the run would be to position yourself near the yellow one, so forcing the other ones to hop near you and making it easier to drop the Jade Screen on 4 targets. Here, once I killed the yellow slime, I burst down the Pyro one with the aura, with my Star Shatter. In general, it's good practice to save your ultimate for the next chamber, however Ningguang's ultimate only takes 40 energy, and I know I will get enough back from 1 Jade Screen plus the remaining 4 slimes here. Chamber 2, first half. Here I picked the Elemental Burst, although it's likely going to be overkill damage on a lot of the smaller mobs. As mentioned initially, if you don't have mob gatherers like Sucrose or Venti, Ningguang works great here, since she doesn't have to chase down targets. In general, I just drop Jade Screen, go from side to side, and then just target the enemies one by one until the last wave spawns. If possible, try to target your Star Shatter on these bigger guys because they have a little bit more HP, so your damage won't go to overkill. In addition to the knife throwing projectile, Jade Screen can block the elemental damage Molotovs from certain treasure hoarders, like this one. However, the resulting small AoE can still hurt you if you're standing too close to the screen, so just make a note of that. The last wave spawns at 13 out of 16, and it spawns a Sison Mage plus 2 ranged treasure hoarders on opposite sides of the stage. I position myself here to quickly dispose of the first one, spawning right now. As soon as it dies, I go to the opposite side, drop the Star Shatter on him to get him down quickly. Once these two are down and it's just a Sison Mage left, the fight is pretty straightforward. Just dodge the Vs and dodge the AoEs on the floor. Here I'm dropping Zhongli to test out his damage on the flies. As it does kill the flies, it gives Ningguang some good single target DPS time on the Sison Mage. Here I don't use my Star Shatter and I'm saving it for the next stage because I know I'm not going to get it before the next run. Chamber 3 first half. Here I picked the 20% elemental skill because it's just the best one available. For this fight you want to prioritize the Lava Troll whenever it has a shield up like so, because this attack pattern is a little bit too disruptive if you leave it alone. It also throws these Earthquake Aftershock whenever it throws a punch, so try to dodge it at an angle if possible. Here you see me using up all my cooldown, and together with the Geo Shards on the floor, I'm just tanking through all the damage, try to maximize my Ningguang's DPS uptime as much as possible. Once the shield is down, I would recommend focusing on the Sonic. It's the one causing these ripple effects to spawn every few seconds throughout the fight, and it can get a little bit annoying. Do note that whenever it spawns these ripple effects, it spawns 2 Geoshards somewhere in the stage, so whenever possible try to pick those up and mitigate some of the damage. The rest of the fight is fairly straightforward. The lava troll unshielded will circle you like this and just kind of stare down. You want to drop your J screen whenever they stack on top of each other, which is pretty frequent. I would try to prioritize the Sonic, however I do understand that it's difficult to target it at times. The Ningguang's attack system, it's a little bit wacky whenever the 2 targets is hugging you so closely. Here I'm taking a little bit too much damage, and because I'm not paying attention, I risk myself to kill the Sonic, but I know that once the Sonic is down, the fight gets a lot easier and my Zhongli can probably solo this by himself. With the Lava Troll by himself, all you want to do is pay attention that whenever it throws its arm and head back to go into shield mode, you want to stagger it with a Jade Screen like any other strong attack or Claymore to prevent it from doing so. And then the rest of the fight is pretty straightforward, and that's how it's done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that Abyss Floor 9 commentary and it helps you if you're struggling with it. I just want to mention a couple additional tips that I used to pass this stage when I was a little bit more under geared around the level 70 range. In general, this applies to most DPS characters, not just Ningguang. For Chamber 1, try to position yourself behind a yellow Electro Slime when attacking. This will cause the Pyro Slime and the 2 purple Electro ones to hop towards you, eventually converging to a point where they're nearly on top of each other. This way, your AoEs and your Jade Screens have an easier time hitting multiple targets. Also, a general tip will be not to stand in between the slimes if possible, because the yellow one will do a zap with the purple ones every so often, causing some electro damage if you're standing in between them. This will further turn into overload damage if you're hit by the Pyro Slime while affected by the Electro status. For Chamber 2, if your DPS isn't quite high enough to drop the Siphon Mage before she does her Death Ball, one trick I used previously was to drop an Amber Doll near, but not directly next to the Siphon Mage when she is charging up. Then take this time to create some distance in between. Once the Death Ball is charged up, she will waste several seconds traveling towards the Amber Doll, and then another several seconds trying to damage it before switching her attention towards you. With this distraction, you should be attacking from afar the entire time, and the Electro Shield should be nearly drained by the time she reaches you. For Chamber 3, the Lava Troll will always go into the shield mode at the beginning and start throwing out a couple attacks. If you've prepared your burst ahead of time, it should be fairly easy to iframe the first attack and take the shield down. For the times where I didn't prepare my burst ahead of time, I would drop an Amber Doll directly in front of the Lava Troll to distract it and then make my way behind it and start dropping the shield from there. Once the shield is down, you don't have to worry too much about the Lava Troll. Killing it outright can be a little bit difficult, at least for a Ningguang main DPS. In the video, my level 90 Ningguang with Dragon Slayer buff and Bennett ultimate active wasn't anywhere near killing it in one burst window. As mentioned in the commentary, it can be difficult to focus your Star Shatter on a single target when both of them are always circling so close to your Ningguang. I used to throw out an Amber Doll to distract the Lava Troll, giving myself some time and distance to properly aim the Star Shatter onto the Sonic instead. The best time to throw the doll will be right after the Lava Troll had attacked, because it takes a while to perform another one. It will just stare at the doll for pretty much the entire duration, giving you a good few seconds of single target DPS time on the Sonic itself. You can check out the Abyss Floor 12 video where I showcase all of the gear. I know the sound on the video was a little bit too soft. I'm still new to this YouTube stuff and currently still playing around with the audio settings. Hopefully this one is a lot better. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you find this video helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!